testing. So, good afternoon everyone, I'm Samantha. This is my group mates, Garia and Mandy. We are from the Open University of Hong Kong. So, in this project, we focus on self-directed learners and we call it Your Say, Your Way. Let me ask you a question. Are you a self-directed learners? I'm sure that probably all of you are, because you have spent a few months for this project and also you're now sitting here, right here is summer holiday. But are you really a self-directed learner? Do you choose what you want to learn? How often you enter the library and search the information is for your interest rather than the exam-oriented knowledge? So, we would like to know what my fellow schoolmates want to learn, and most importantly, who do they want to be. So let me briefly tell you what are we going to present in these 10 minutes. First, we will talk about the reason why the project was born. Second, we will conduct our project and what we plan to do in the beginning. And then, a short and brief conclusion about the done survey and what does it show. Lastly, how would the student and school be affected by the project? So, for the objective, learning in higher education, we found that universities still using passive learning method and mostly in one-way teaching. There are also a mismatch between what we want to learn and what we expect to learn. And we also want to improve the whole person development skills acquired outside the classroom. Lastly, motivate students become lifelong learners and the most importantly, empower them to help each other. In order to know what are important to them, we would like to know what they want to become and what they want to learn. We get to those two items from two stages. For the first stage, we have the online survey and the personal interview. And for the second stage, empower them to learn from each other, so we build these peer-led learning communities. So here is our purpose. Find out their key attributes as a fresh graduate. Seek students with skills and knowledge. Invite them to contribute as a peer channel and encourage them to share and teach the fellow schoolmates. Last, recruit participants of the upcoming peer training session. So, for the next part, let me pass to Gloria.
So, for this program, we have invited students to join our survey, and 132 of them have responded in April. However, it is the busiest time for exam, quizzes, and assignment. Therefore, after considering the tight schedule, we will launch our peer-led program in early October, and video records will be made on YouTube. For evaluation, we mainly focus on the survey's result. For the first question, what do you think about a successful fresh graduate? Should they be polite? They be successful because they know more language or know more knowledge about their studies? From our survey results, we found that most of them believe that having a good sense of their own direction and being able to think critically are most important to be a successful learner. Besides, over 1/3 of them thinks that they should be socially and culturally aware and highly competent and knowledgeable in the subject. The other criteria are also mentioned, such as presentation skills, teamwork, leadership, and etc. However, do students really on their way to fit the model? Most of the students think that they are only on halfway of their goal, and over 35% of them think that they are far from their model, which only less than 20% of them think that they fit the model. Therefore, we have asked students to suggest some skills and techniques that can help them to step closer to their model. More than half of them would like to learn a new foreign language, and the others would like to know more about job-related skills, such as job hunting skills, job interview skills, and followed by creative thinking, wine tasting, and makeup skills. So back to our project. When we review the emails from our school in January to July this year, it's mainly about internship program, and some of them are career-related seminars and workshops. Although career consultation may help students to enhance their job-related skills, the frequency is not enough for all our students to participate in the program. Therefore, it is obviously a mismatch between our school and our students. But more importantly, students are not having what they want. From our observation, we think that a student-led program is needed for students to learn about what they really want. To facilitate it, we have set questions about students' specialities, including their unique experience, skills, and their special knowledge. And around half of them claim that they did possess some skills and knowledge, such as healthy food preparation and outfit matching. And the other one-third claim that they have unique experiences that is worth sharing, which include a photo modeling experience and job hunting experience. However, only slightly less than 1/5 of them are willing to take up the role as a peer trainer. Students decline the invitation because they think that their skills are not up to standard, and that qualifies them to teach the others. While a quarter of them thinks that they are shy to take up the role. But however, around 1/3 of them shows interest in joining the peer-led program as a learner, which shows that they have a greater interest to learn from peers than teaching the peers. So let's hand over to Mandy for the next part.
So with all the findings and results, what are the impacts? We can look into 3 different stakeholders. For the first one, interviewees. With no doubt that all the interviewees are students, and just like you and me. And we are most of the time we are driven by assignments and examinations. We seldom have time to think about our future. With our survey and interviews, we provide a chance for them to think. We challenge them and ask them to think about their own directions. And they are asked to set goals at the same time. And you can see there are some skills that they wanted, and what we aim is that not only they can learn from daily lessons, but they can also purchase their own way by learning these skills, and in order to prepare themselves to be an ideal graduate. Secondly, for the team members part, as being the core member of this project, we negotiate, we share workloads, we talk to the school departments, and in order to facilitate our project, and we also talked with a lot of people, and now we are able to validate our questions, avoid biases, and also improve our communication and our writing skills. As for the tertiary institutions, I think our project is helpful for the school to understand and know about our perceived needs. And they can modify the existing system and reallocate resources so as to fit our needs in order to make us become an ideal graduate. With all the preparations and data collected, the final part will be the implementation. There is a timeline for our implementation part. The first part will be related to the survey. We want to conduct the survey annually because the market trend changes from time to time and our thought will change. And we invite students to rethink about their learning objectives and whether they have achieved their goal or not. The second part, we would like to seek promotion opportunities. And because this can help us to raise the awareness of the whole project and increase the number of the respondents. The third part will be organize the student-led workshop, and rehearse, prepare, and teach is also the learning process. And we think that both the trainees and trainers can be, at the last part, can be the greater and well-equipped graduate. And instead of being told of what you are going to learn today, why don't we ask ourselves, what do we want to learn? And perhaps you can tell the people next to you. Let's share what we have learned and make everyone greater. Thank you.